here, and I'm coming to you in front of the camera today with the biggest Dollar Tree and Dollarama haul I have ever brought you. It's a big one. You're definitely gonna need some tea, coffee, a drink of some kind. Oh, Storm is joining us too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Now, in fairness, I've collected it over a few months. It hasn't all just been from one shop, but there's a lot of stuff. So because we're in a new house, I have a lot more decorating opportunities, and so I needed to get extra stuff. I needed to kind of spruce up my Halloween stash, my Christmas stash, and let's be honest, Dollar Tree has just been like blowing my mind with all of the stuff that they've been putting out lately. And how do you say no? How do you pick and choose? It's been hard. I kind of just want everything, but I think I've done pretty good at picking like good basics, things that I can use over and over again, things that I can repurpose as we go. And so I'm so excited to share it with you. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's dig right in because there is a ton of stuff. I keep looking down because it's like all down here in front of me. I'm sitting on my new fireplace, so hopefully this is a nice backdrop. It is late at night, so my kids are settling down for the night. The baby's in bed. Hopefully it'll be quiet. Hopefully the lighting isn't too crazy. But I didn't want to leave it because it's already October 1st. I can't even believe that. And I want to show you guys all this stuff so you can race out to your stores before it's all gone and we've moved on to Christmas, which right over there, I've got a massive Christmas haul too. So, okay, stop talking. Let's show. So I'm gonna start with, you know what? I'm just gonna dig in and let's see where it takes us. So I was really excited to find these adorable wood veneer. Let me, you know what? Let me use this card so that you can see. So this one is Wicked. So there's 3 pieces in here. They're really kind of a good thickness if you wanted to use them for scrapbooking, but of course they work really good in all your different DIYs. You can paint them, give them to the kids and let them play around and paint them. I couldn't find any of the fall ones. I had my eyes open, I checked everywhere, so I was really excited to find the Halloween ones. So I've got Wicked, and I've got Spooky, there you go. So again, 3, and Happy Halloween. You're gonna have to forgive me if I keep looking at the screen instead of looking directly at you because I'm still not always used to doing front shot videos. And Boo. So those are the 4 that I picked up. I think there were a couple others that I didn't grab, but I thought I would get the most use out of those ones. And then while I have this in my hand, I'll show you the one and only Halloween card that I grabbed. So I think this is just a really like classic kind of vintage, basic but still really like stunning card. And I'm using it for a scrapbooking page, but it would be a great card to give to just about anybody. It's got the beautiful orange inside, orange envelope of course. It's a Hallmark. Will it show that? It is a Hallmark card, so for $1.25 versus, I don't even know, the Dollar Tree card section is the best kept secret, I think, of Dollar Tree. I love making my own cards, but for people who don't, hands down, that's where you go for cards. I found these 2 lanterns. They're just little paper lanterns that you can put together yourself. I know that they're not new. They were definitely out last year, but I didn't find them in my store. And I know there are 2 other styles with a different colored border. Again, I didn't find those in any of my stores. I only found these 2, so I grabbed them. They come with the LED light, so that's great. You just kind of fold them together. They pop together really easily. Put the little light in and you have cute little paper lanterns. My hair is such a mess right now. Holy smokes. I grabbed the cute little ghosty. I always have ghosts all over the house, and so every year I like to add a couple to my collection. So I grabbed this one. I think he's so adorable. I love him. I grabbed a few garlands. So this is the packaging. I've already taken them out of the packaging, but this is what the packaging looks like. And I just think these are great to add into garlands that you've already got, or, you know, take them apart and use the pieces individually to decorate with. This one has the cutest little ghosts and then pumpkins and bats. And it's got quite a few. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bats on it and 4 ghosts and then a bunch of pumpkins. You could definitely take it apart and use the pieces individually. They're kind of that harder felt, so they would look good in a wreath or just added into other decor. Then I also got the garland that says Happy Halloween. So this one was nice because it actually comes as 2 pieces. So there's the happy with the little kitty cat, and then the ghost on the Y, and then the Halloween is a whole separate piece. So that really gives you a lot of versatility in how you want to use this particular one. You could still pull it apart and use it as just the letters, or you could put it flat on a wall even, and it will kind of hang with the happy above the Halloween, or it's totally up to you, but I really liked that one too. I only grabbed 1 tumbler this year. Normally this is my weakness. I grab all of them, and I really don't need all of them, but I grabbed the one that says Happy Fall. I just really loved the navy blue color. I think it's so pretty. Our stores did have the orange and the burgundy one that kind of go as a set with this one, and I didn't see any others. So I know people have been hauling these beautiful kind of like mint colored one with, I think that one has leaves on it, and there's a pumpkin one and a gnome one and things like that. I didn't see any of those or any of the like cold drink tumblers with the straws. I don't know if we just didn't get them, but I definitely couldn't leave this one at the store. I thought it was my favorite, and I just like the navy blue color. I also got this set. So these actually come as a pack of 2. There were a few different varieties. They're not as thick. They don't work super well for hot drinks, but they work really good for cold drinks. So I love these. They work really good when you're just like running out of the house. You just need to fill up some water. You have the lid. You can just kind of go with it. This works really good when you have a little one who can drink out of a straw, and you just, you know, I sometimes forget to bring the sippy cup or whatever. I just find these come in handy for all different reasons when you're on the go. I usually put cold drinks, not hot drinks, in them anyways, so it doesn't matter too much to me, and it comes in a pack of 2, and for $1.25, if they don't last more than the 1 season, I'm okay with that. I love these in the summer. They work really good if you are going to pools and you're at like a hotel pool and things like that, where you can't have glass in the like the swimming area and you need to put your drink in something else. These work really good, and if you forget them at the hotel, that's totally okay. I grabbed a bunch of the wire brush trees, so let me see if I can get them all in my hand, in my 2 hands, I guess. So I got, oh, look how sparkly they are. So pretty. So I got 3 black ones, and then I got a purple one, and I got the orange one. I do actually think I have another orange one somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So maybe I meant to buy 2 and I only bought 1. But they're so pretty, and they're just really easy to tuck into your different little decor kind of scapes that you might be making on, you know, your mantles or different places like that. So I just grabbed a couple more. I think I do have some smaller ones, but they're such good quality this year. I've been handling these and I barely have any glitter on my hands, so I'm actually really impressed with that. I grabbed this adorable little ghost. I think he's going to be so much fun to put up on Halloween when the kids don't realize it, and as they walk by,
trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
So he's motion censored. There's a little sensor here. I don't know how sensitive he actually is, but I thought he was super, super cute. And again, it's the ghost thing. So I knew he was coming home with me for sure, but I think that's gonna be kind of fun. The kids, I'm not gonna turn it on until Halloween, I think, so they don't drive me crazy. And yeah, every time they walk by, it'll light up. All right, so I grabbed this little guy here. I don't know if the lights are gonna let it get picked up, but it kind of has like the pearl glaze on it. I already have the black one that has the same sort of glaze to it, so I thought I'd pick up the white one. I love spooky Halloween, so I have lots of skulls and things like that, and I just think that these are, again, that kind of fun little Halloween pop that you can just place even by itself on a desk or on a table or somewhere, and it just gives the feeling of Halloween without having to go too over the top. So I really liked him. I grabbed a bunch of command hooks. Again, in a new house, we're trying not to put too many extra holes in the walls yet. So these ones are the little white hooks. Is it gonna focus? So these ones are the little white hooks that you see there. They're the half-pound ones, so they work really good for putting up garlands and that type of thing. Really lightweight decor, and then they just peel off really easy. So I've got a whole bunch of those. I grabbed this bucket. I think this is gonna be really fun to throw candy into. We used to put all of our candy into this really cool cauldron that I got from Dollarama, but I've actually been using the cauldron for like a big kind of floral bouquet display, and so I wanted to get something else this year that I could throw candy into, and so I thought this was kind of cute. It's $1.25. I think it'll be big enough. I don't know if we're gonna have a ton of kids this year. We're either gonna have no kids or we're gonna have like 400 kids. Where our new place is, I could see it going either way. So I think this will just be fun to put at the front door for whoever's handing out the candy, and it's kind of cute. And then next year, you know, you can use it for something else if I find something I like better. So I got a few new pieces to add to my potions collection. Is that the right thing to say? So I found this really fun kind of beaker. It says poison right here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up just the way the lights are. It's plastic, but it has the little spout, so it does really look like a beaker, and it's got kind of that purple tint to it. There were a few different options for these, but this is the one that I really liked. Two glass ones. So here is the Witch's Brew, and this one is the Zombie Brew. I think they're so cute. I just love these. And these are sort of more what I have in my collection already, but I just thought that these were really nice. They're really heavy, actually. They're like well done, and I like that this is kind of a purpley pink, so it's just a little bit different. And then of course the kind of classic orange, so those are gonna look fantastic. So every year I like to add new strands of these LED lights to my collection. I think I have quite a few of the jack-o'-lantern ones and maybe a couple of the bats. So these are the two that I grabbed. There's a few others. I think there's definitely skulls and I think there might be one other one, but these are the two that I kind of like. So I grabbed a couple more of those. And then I also found these fun LED kind of projector lights. So I know that there were 4 different versions of these. I only found these 2. So the orange one is this kind of skull, and then this one is sort of the haunted house. And I think that these are just gonna be kind of fun to play with. I don't know where we might put them or how they might actually work, how strong they are, but I think even just for the baby to kind of play with, these might be fun. And then I know that I've got them, and next year if I find the other 2 pictures, then I can just keep adding. I always grab more of these. I grabbed some from Dollarama and I grabbed some from Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree ones are a lot more sparse. They're not woven quite as tightly. So they work really good if you're cutting them up and kind of crafting with them, or if you're layering them up. And then the Dollarama ones, you can actually get the $4 ones, which are a little bit longer and a little bit thicker. But I always grab new ones because you just find fun places to put them. They cover the pumpkins, those styrofoam pumpkins, really well. They're just really fun to have all over the house, hanging from windows and things like that. Just makes everything look kind of dramatic and like an old spooky Victorian house. So for our youngest to go trick-or-treating, I got him this cute little bucket. I think this is just the right size for him, and he's going to be able to kind of carry it along. And if it only lasts the one season, that's okay. And if not, it's kind of a cute little bucket that I could do some sort of craft with next year when he's a little bigger and can maybe handle a bigger bag. But I just think this is going to be so adorable for him to carry around this year. I got 2 of these beautiful glass candle holders, I guess you would call them. I just think they're so pretty in this kind of like burnt orange color. They did have them in the sort of more clear silvery color, but I just really liked this. I think they're gonna look so beautiful popped into my fireplace mantle just above me, just to give like a different kind of texture, a different color to the decor that I have there. Okay, let's move on to some signs next. Don't say it like that. Okay, let's move on to some signs next. So the Halloween sign that I picked up this year is this one. It says Happy Haunting. It's got the black and white buffalo check on the sides, which I think works out good because I've got a few now that have this buffalo check on them. So if I wanted to use this to be a little bit of a stand or like build some height in some of my mantle decor, then I can kind of flip it over this way or even flip it over that way and just have this black and white showing, which I love when the pieces that I'm buying, I can kind of transition them and they work for other things. But I just kind of liked how classic this is. It's just black, orange, white. It's got the pumpkin. So it'll really go with any Halloween theme that I choose. And so I kind of like that it can just be one of those classic pieces. There were several of these, of course, especially they did a big sort of Day of the Dead theme this year. I didn't really buy any of the elements that went with it, but there were quite a few signs like this that went with that kind of theme as well. I grabbed this cute little sign. It was so hard this year. There were so many amazing signs. I really wanted to buy all of them, but where would I put them? And I couldn't possibly DIY every single one of them. So I went with this guy. Again, it's got the ghost, and so it's a little more classic. It says Happy Haunting, which kind of goes with this sentiment. So I try to mix things up a little bit so not everything says Happy Halloween or Boo or Spooky. So Happy Haunting was kind of what caught my eye this year. And I love that he's kind of a 3D element, so he just gives a little bit of dimension. I'm probably gonna leave him just like this year and find a place to stick him up. And then maybe next year, depending on what kind of stuff is catching my eye, I can always, you know, DIY him, give him a little bit of a modern twist, or just flip it over, and it's a nice basic shape to do something on the back. As far as tall signs go, again, how do you pick? There were just so many. Like I really wanted all of them. I wish one day that I could just buy them all to show you. But I had to pick just one. So this is the one I went with, the Happy Halloween. The little spider is kind of that 3-dimensional element. There's a little bit of glitter on it. It kind of has the wood, faux wood look to it. It's just that classic black and orange, so it can go anywhere that I might want to put it. Probably replace this fall sign and put it here. But yeah, I just thought super classic. And again, next year, if I go for something different, I just have a nice basic piece that I can DIY. So that's the one I picked, but oh my gosh, you guys, it was so hard. It was really hard. So I also got the fun Tombstone one because, guys, this is seriously the best deal. You don't have to do anything to this. You can leave it just as it is, or you could maybe get some of the little spiders and kind of like glue them on to give the spiders a little 3D look. But on the back, They give us trick or treat. Seriously. So you can have this up. This is my plan anyways, to have the welcome up all October long at my front door. And then for Halloween night, I'm just gonna flip it over and it'll say trick or treat. And people have been doing the best DIYs with these, making them into actual coffins by building the sides and stuff. So next year, if they come out with something else and I just can't say no to it, I can always just go ahead and DIY this one. So it's definitely a good bang for your buck, or in our case, $1.25. I just love it. I got a couple of different yardsticks. Well, actually, literally just a couple. I only picked 2. I know I'm gonna say this over and over again. There were so many options and I just had to pick. So I went with this one here. I kind of liked the Wicked Witch Way, and then the Dead End one is kind of neat. So this will go in my yard this year. I'm probably gonna spray it down because it does rain here in October and potentially snow, so I don't want to put it out too prematurely and ruin it. But yeah, this one will go in the yard. And then I just had to get one of the vintage ones. So mine actually broke, but that's okay. It does come on the stake like this and it says welcome. But I just love this vintage image. There were 3 of them to pick from. I knew I didn't need all 3 of them. I had all 3 in my cart and then I put them back and I'm regretting that I put them back. But the cat was my favorite, so I'm glad at least that I got him or her, and I definitely plan to put this out like this as a stake for this year, and then maybe next year just use it as some inside decor, because I know they're gonna come out with more stuff and do I need all of it? I don't need all of it. I want all of it. To kind of go with the little potions theme, I bought Pick Your Poison. I thought that was really fun. It's got these dangling little potion bottles. I probably will take these off and then put something on the backs of them so that they can all stand up instead of using it this way as a sign. I just don't know where I would put it if it was a sign like this, but definitely this would be fun if you are having some sort of Halloween party and you wanted to put this maybe by your little like drink area where people are, you know, getting their punch or whatever it might be. This would be really fun to just have hanging there. But also there's so many ways that you could just DIY this. So that's probably what I'll do, is take it apart and find a way to kind of make them all freestanding signs. I think I got all 3 of these that were out. If there were more in your store, let me know. Actually, no, don't let me know, because then I always feel like I need to try to find them and I can never find them. But I got these little hanging signs. They're just the perfect cute little size for tucking into different like tier trays and things like that, or if you wanted to hang it on you know, in the center of a wreath, or even on the side of a wreath. This would actually tuck in quite nicely, just like on the side of a bigger wreath with a bow or something in it. So really fun. I really like this. I think it's a good deal for two for $1.25. So I got these ones and these ones. Whoops, let's go this way. So the witch and the skeleton, and then the black cat and the pumpkin. I think this one might be my favorite. Yeah, I really like that one. And then the last little sign I got is just this cute little one here. Again, so many options, but I had to pick one. So this is the one I went with. It's kind of like, again, that classic black, white, orange, Halloween. I think it just goes well with how I like to decorate my house. I grabbed a mat. So if you watched my fall haul, I hauled the fall mat, the red truck fall mat, and I said in there that I really hoped they would have Halloween ones, and of course they do, and of course there were several options and I didn't know what to pick, but I ended up going with this one. So this one is the 'Tis the Season, what does it say? 'Tis the Season to be Spooky. and it's got that kind of haunted house on it. I just kind of liked this one. It's a little bit different from everything else that I have, and I have a place to put this where people aren't really walking on it, so they can kind of see it and read it. But you know, they're pretty thin, but I think that they work really well for layering different mats, or like tucking into a place that's kind of a low traffic place, or of course DIY it. Like, there's so many things you can use this for. I grabbed a whole bunch of these lawn stakes. So I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 ghosts. And then I grabbed 2 of the sugar skulls. So I guess I lied earlier. I did grab something that was sugar skull. It was these. I got 2 of those. There were several different like faces of these ones, but this is the one I liked. And then I grabbed the pumpkins. There were other ones in this sort of more Halloween, like classic Halloween series too, but these are the ones that I really liked. I love that the stake here is orange and black. So many things that you can do with these. You can pop these off, stick them in a vase, stick them in you know, like flower arrangements and things like that. Keep the stakes. If you are taking these off and using them for something else, keep the stakes, because these come in super handy when you're decorating outside. If you decorate for Halloween and you have stuff that you put up just like for the day of Halloween, these work really good to reinforce things like your tombstones and stuff like that, especially if you live where it gets windy, cold, and there's snow and that kind of thing. These work really good to kind of reinforce any of those. So just a little tip. I always keep these even if I'm not using this as an actual outdoor garden stake. But in this case, for these ones, I will be doing that. I grabbed this cute little guy, the ghost again, and I just really love the vintage feel of all of this kind of stuff. It's the tin. It makes me feel like I'm back at my grandparents' house, and this is the kind of stuff that they might have had. And there were a lot of other ones. There was a cat and a sugar skull and a few other things, a pumpkin I think, but I always go for the ghost. I think he's just gonna look all cute tucked in somewhere up on my mantle. I grabbed a few of these window clings. They're kind of the jelly ones, like they're pretty thick and fun. And I thought that our little guy might like to play with these on the patio doors that we have right in front of me here. But I didn't, there were a whole bunch of them, and I didn't want to grab more than this one because I don't know how he's going to be, if he's going to want to put them in his mouth, or if they're actually going to stick to the window and stay on the window or end up in the carpet or whatever. But these were the cutest, I thought, so that's what I grabbed first. And I thought if he really likes them, I can always pick up other ones. I've seen them at my store recently, so I know that they're not sold out. But I just thought they were so cute. I love all those little pumpkins. I grabbed some socks. I am obsessed with Dollar Tree socks. So I grabbed the ghosts with the black and kind of lime green. The ghosts are like fuzzy. I think it's so fun. And then I grabbed these ones that just have repeating words all over them and the little pumpkin on them. And the toe and the heel are kind of a glittery, silver and glittery. I love these. I found the Gnome oven mitt. I was very excited by this. I only grabbed one because I don't want my husband using them. He's a chef, and so if I put this kind of stuff in the kitchen as decoration, he's going to end up using it. So I just grabbed the one, and then I also found the pot holders. I didn't find the towel. I would have loved to have had the Gnome towel that goes with this set, but at least I found these two, so I was pretty happy about that. And I think that they'll just be kind of a fun little cute Halloween element in the kitchen. I grabbed 4 more garlands, really kind of just very sparse leaf garlands, but I have a ton of banisters in my house this year that these have just looked really gorgeous for fall, and so I wanted to kind of thicken them up a little bit, and then this is a nice base to hang some of the garlands that I have for Halloween. I found a few more fall picks that I didn't have in my fall haul. So this one here with the cute little pumpkin. Is it gonna focus? There we go. Then these ones here have a bunch of different elements to them. So the pine cone and the white pumpkin and then the kind of berries. So I grabbed 2 of those just so that I didn't have that one lone white pumpkin all by itself. And then I found the pick in the orange, but I do have a few different orange ones, so I only grabbed this one here. I'm pretty much done all of my fall decorating, so I mostly just wanted to grab them so that I would remember that they existed and to look out for them next year. Okay, so my battery just died, which is a good sign that this video is way too long. It's a ridiculous amount of stuff, I know, but I am going to split this in half, or, you know, find a way to kind of split it into 2 separate videos, probably 2 also really long videos. So this is the end of part 1, and stay tuned in a couple days to see the rest of my haul from different places like Walmart and Dollarama and whatever is left over from Dollar Tree. So until then, happy shopping. Bye.